Alrighty then, let me make sure we're live. All that good, fun stuff. I'm tired, y'all. Oh, here we go. It looks like I am live. We'll do that. Wait for a few people to get on in here. And then we shall... Actually, let me get out of this. That's not going to be bueno for us. Let me go over here to my phone so I can look at your comments at the same exact time that we're doing this show. Pause that. What's up, McDonald? Nice to have you in there. All right, we'll wait a couple seconds here to get some people on in, then we'll get started. We're going to have a fun one today. A couple things to go over that happened during the week, but pretty low-key week for the most part. But I hope you're doing well, McDonald, and everybody out there. Let's see, what do we got here? I guess I could give myself the like button, right? Why not? What's up, Jonathan? Nice to have you in here. Gonna light a cig. Okay, McDonald. There you go. It is a Saturday for sure. It's a nice Saturday here. I can't wait to get done here. I don't know. Maybe I'll do some cop watching later today, later tonight. Feel like doing something today. Bernie's gonna be at work, so I ain't gonna have much to do. So we'll wait a couple minutes, let a few more people get in here, and then we'll get this party started. Maybe we'll do the A-Team. I think we should do that. Let's do the A-Team intro for today. I got copyright strike last week. Not strike, but claimed for doing the Knight Rider one. So I learned my lesson on that one. We'll do the A-Team. A-Team 8-bit. Oh, shit. Hold on. A-Team 8-bit. There we go. Boom. Here we go. We'll go ahead and play this, and then we'll get started. Hope everybody's doing well. All right, welcome everybody to the MLH Comment Show for 7/16, year of our Lord 22. Nice to have you in there. Mr. Bean, welcome. 357, welcome. Jim Busby, the Great American, welcome on in. What's going on? And Harry Nuts, welcome. Thank you guys for joining. This shouldn't be too painful for everybody, but we're going to go over the comments for the week here. And we're speaking of Harry Nuts, Jonathan Mazzilli, who's in chat. What's up, Jonathan? Nice to have you in there. Is on On the pistachios post, I got to get this straight here, guys, because none of us are involved here. Harry, myself, neither one of us have anything to do with the pistachioed or the mustachioed, other than they take over our channels every once in a while. But on the pistachios post about mustachioed's days finally being numbered, says, "Wow, how is this not viral yet?" Yeah, I agree. I don't understand what's going on between the pistachioed and the mustachioed. Maybe, just maybe, all will be revealed soon. Brian Butler gave me some emojis for last week's comment show. Thank you very much, Brian Butler. Pepper, our good friend Pepper, said, "I'm commenting on the comment show that I missed." Yes, you are, and I did mention you. So I commented on your comment about last week's comment show. So there you go. A little bit of inception there. What's up, Agent X? Nice to have you in there. I'm going over the comments through the week here. If you guys have any questions for me in chat, feel free to ask. I am looking at chat as well as the comments that you guys put in through the week. King Solomon says, "Great show as always, long hair." Thank you, King Solomon. I appreciate your comments week in, week out. I appreciate all you guys' comments for sure. Beth Meadows, on a post that I put about my observation about McDonald's, says, "And why are you there?" Yeah, I very rarely eat at McDonald's, guys, but I happened to stop in. I mean, I do get hungry, and it was like the only thing around. I'm like, okay, I'll sit here. And I made some observations about McDonald's just feeling way more cold. You don't get to order with a person anymore. You get to order with a machine, and sometimes it's hard to articulate your order to a machine what exactly you want. Like, I'm kind of a picky bitch, as they say. But nonetheless, it was just an observation I was making. Like, back in the day, McDonald's used to have like those really cool like hamburger chairs and just real colorful, and now it's real drab and robotic to me. I don't know, it just seemed it was just an observation, that's all. Gimmickless says, "It's gotten more about profits than about product." It's always been about profits, Gimmickless. It's just now that they're trying to maximize even more profits to pay themselves even more. It does suck, McDonald, I know. It does, but, whatever. I mean, I never thought I'd say this, but McDonald's is expensive. You know what? That's another good observation, 357. It is getting, I did notice that too. I mean, unless they have deals like a 2 for 6, 2 for 5 type deal, I mean, it is rather expensive. So, Gimmickless also says, "You're all better off going to some other place. I prefer taco places myself. Even with all the grease, it's healthier than those fast food places." I agree. I mean, but like I said, sometimes, you can't but help it, right? I mean, Strange, let's see. This was a comment that V-Smoke talked about on the same post. If people keep screaming about $17 an hour for flipping burgers, I'm pretty sure they're going to all be replaced within 2 years. I have a problem with this, and Regan commented on this and said that I was going to reiterate this. This is what happens when people want a living wage with no skill set. They get less jobs and much higher cost of living. Let's see. And then Strange and Unusual came back and said, I'm sorry, I went sort of rogue. Now, no, I respect the hell out of you. You're all-star in my eyes. So many things that are just awesome about you. This isn't meant to be directed at you, but this makes me mad that they raise wages and cost of living up. It's like dangling a carrot. This stuff makes people go bankrupt or homeless. Anyways, here's what I wrote. Let's see. No, it's a long diatribe, Strange, and I get what you're saying here. Holy cow, that's long. I'm not going to read that whole thing, but I did read it before. Look, here's the thing, and I wail about this all the time. I hate politicians. All politicians, I think, are corrupt. But there was a politician that made great points, right? Bernie Sanders. And I'm not a huge Bernie Sanders fan by any stretch, but when he was talking about living wages, I mean, I think everybody deserves a living wage, whether you're flipping burgers or you're a consultant at a law firm or you're a lawyer or a doctor or whatever. I think everybody deserves dignity. So I don't care if it is flipping burgers and it's a non-skilled job. I think $15 an hour is not too much to ask of any place to pay their employees. It's hard enough to live as it is. Alien Mankind, welcome. Nice to have you in there. Um, so yeah, I mean it's a long kind of debate that we can have another day. Maybe I'll have a panel to talk about it, but I honestly think that $15 an hour is minimum. If you take into account the cost of inflation over the years, I mean everybody's wages should actually be in the $20 to $22 an hour. The problem that we have in this country is that we have a bunch of oligarchs running the country, and they take way more than their share and they don't pay enough taxes. Last year, I believe Amazon got a refund from the federal government as opposed to paying any taxes. So it's not fair when somebody like Jeff Bezos is making hundreds of $1 million a year, or a CEO of a company is making 13, 15, 20 million a year, and we're all flailing around and arguing about $15 an hour. It makes no sense. Fiction The Other Dimension says on my McDonald's post, I didn't realize that this was going to get as much response, but I'm glad that you guys are all chiming in on the McDonald's observation. They want everyone to be living in the metaverse in some kind of a chamber where they can pump Soylent Green into your arm all day with just the right amount of drugs to keep you trapped in the machine. The collapse is here. I mean that's a great observation, man. They'll never replace King Solomon. No, they won't, King Solomon. I mean, they're still, as long as humans still. I was just talking to, we were watching a movie last night, Bernie and I, and it's an interesting movie. I think it was called what was it called, Bernie, the Alpha Test or something. It was about AI, right? I mean, if AI becomes sentient, it's over for everybody. Like
No,
it,
I
huh?
don't think we finished it.
No, we didn't finish it, but it's AI in general is fascinating and scary to me. I have a love-hate relationship with AI movies. Like one of my favorite movies is Ex Machina, and you guys should check out that movie. It's really to me. I consider it a horror movie because it's to me it's scary because if an AI were to ever become sentient, it's just a matter of time before we're all replaced. Period. Sasquatch, welcome. Uh, Yeah, much love to you. Somebody was asking I think it was Jonathan, how close I am to 3,000. Very close, like 90 away. 90 subs away, Jonathan, just to answer your question.
Mr. Bean lost your number.
Let's see. Where did I miss that? $11 in
Oh,
Kentucky? Jeez,
right
that's
above
crazy.
Sasquatch.
Right above Sasquatch. Okay, I'm looking. I lost your number. Email me, Mr. Bean and G Dub. Just go ahead and email me, and I'll get that to you. I don't want to do it over the air because there's too many nefarious people that are watching this stream. Let's see. What did I miss? Yep, just no tax or interest. Yeah. So there you go. All right, let's continue on. Who remembers when a quarter pounder came in a styrofoam box, was juicy as hell, and tasted great? What they sell today is a dry, flavorless disc. Soylent Green probably tastes better. You know what? Actually, McDonald's got to get a little credit here because it was like that. I work for God, but then they went to fresh beef for just specifically for their quarter pounders because I think they did mess up on their quarter pounder. From disc and stuff like that. So I'm not a McDonald's fan per se, but at least they did that. Damon says that food will kill you, MLH. Be strong, be well, from SoCal. Yeah, I don't normally eat there, guys. I don't want you to think that, it's like an everyday type deal, but, I was just making an observation. Harry Nuts, who's in chat, says, work got in the way of watching live. Damn, you had to work last Saturday, Harry? That sucks, man. All right, back to the McDonald's comment. McDonald, oddly commenting on McDonald's, who's in chat, says, wait, what? VH1 needs to come up with the Where Are They Now with Ronald McDonald, the Hamburglar, the Purple Alien. I don't know the name of. That's Grimace, McDonald. Can't forget Grimace, man. Grimace was one of my faves. So McDonald's is using technology right. Maybe I should stop and visit a McDonald's. Yeah, I mean, it is weird, though. Rochelle says, I totally agree with you. Thanks, Rochelle. And by the way, lovely AVI. I noticed you changed your AVI. It's a really nice picture of you.
Don't get me started on fast food shit, because I'll go for an
Oh, yeah. Don't get Bernie started on fast food stuff, because she'll go off. It is hard work. It's definitely hard work. Roro James says, is it just me? Or have there been many deaths in Colorado Springs? The Leos had something to do with it. Number of deaths in custody is way higher than normal, as well as officer-involved shooting. Trigger-happy gangsters are literally getting away with murder. I couldn't agree with you more, Roro James. Colorado Springs is bad, and I'm glad the police is down there trying to hold them to account. But it is getting bad down there, no doubt. I've been to Colorado Springs several times. It is, George Ward. Yes, I do. I'll text you if I remember. Can you remind me, Bernie, to text George Ward after the show so he can have my number again? Please remind me. I think I have your number, but if not, just email me your number. George, and I'll definitely give you my number. When aliens drive by our planet and see what we're doing, they're like, roll them up. Yeah, exactly, Jonathan. I think aliens would look at us. First of all, if aliens could visit our planet, we would be totally destroyed because they would be far superior to us, no doubt. Strange and Unusual says, I'm absolutely sorry, but McDonald's is one of my fast food faves. Even Ness says, and even though she works there, she loves it too. To answer the poll, I think a few humans will be needed to fix or maintain the machines, as well as code or techie to do the rest. Everything changes, fact of life. However, the key is read where it's going. I agree with you. The other observation that I made is, what if I don't even think people are going to be needed to fix the machines. I think they're going to have machines to fix the machines. And if AI ever becomes sentient, then there's no need for people almost anywhere. So we're going to have to think of a different way of living, for sure. Strange. Pallone says, on my panel on the new Arizona law, which I did with DJ K. The Party, my good friend, my brother from another mother, says, thanks, MLH, for the hard work you do, and DJ K. I appreciate you. The reason that I do this is to hold police to account, to entertain you guys, and present content that you won't get anywhere else, Pallone. So I will continue to do that. John Doe, on the same Arizona law, I don't know if you guys saw this, but Arizona passed a new law that you cannot record police within 8 feet. I mean, there are groups like the ACLU that are fighting that law in Arizona, and rightfully so. It's a First Amendment issue, and it's a whole rabbit hole. If you guys want to hear how I and DJ K. feel about it, make sure you check out that panel that I did with him, and we had a really good, frank discussion about the new law. So check it out. John Doe says, so far the cops are winning. They stick together and are unionized. Cops are going to shut down auditing as we know it. It's a police state. Auditors don't trust each other, nor trust anyone. Y'all slaves to YouTube who will shut auditing down soon. Loveland cops own Loveland. Texas, Arizona, Utah, Oklahoma, and more are going to start tightening down on auditors, as auditors will turn away any leader of themselves. 8 feet is so they can charge auditors. Walks up and say you're not 8 feet away and you have to step back. Step back now or cuffs. YouTube cops are going to shut it all down. The end. Maybe, but that's not going to stop me from doing what I do, John. I kind of feel like I am a leader, because I don't take any shit from anybody. You guys know that. I'm not passive when I'm on cop watches. Like I will stand my ground. So if YouTube shuts me down, do you think it's going to stop me? No, it's not going to stop me. I'm still going to take videos. I'm going to pass those video along other outlets, whether it be Twitch or wherever it can be seen, and you guys will come along because, you know, I know you guys like what I do. So it's not going to stop me. It never will. Let's see. I have no clue how to do email. Okay, Mr. Bean, I'll see if I still have you in my phone book, and I'll give you a text. Important to choose a profession that a computer or robot won't be able to take over, Agent X says. Well, I mean, if AI becomes sentient, Agent X, I don't think that there's almost any industry that won't be affected by it. I mean, think about it. From driving trucks coast to coast, from flying a plane to, I mean, you name it. I mean, if there's an AI that can function as well or better than a human, can you think of any job that's safe? A lawyer, maybe, possibly, but I think an AI can learn the intricacies of the law as well. So, I mean, it's just a matter of time, right? If that happens. Let's see. What else? I think that's about it on the comments in the chat. Shirley Z on the McDonald's observation says, I miss the funnest of a fast food place used to have. Funness of a fast food place used to have. Also the jiggles in the commercial. Yeah, you know, that's what I'm talking about there. Just, you know, back in the day, it was just seemed like a much more welcoming place to sit down, and even if the food wasn't the healthiest in the world, at least the atmosphere was something to look forward to, if that makes sense. When you go out to a restaurant, do you not want atmosphere? Do you not want to feel good while you're sitting there eating your food? I mean, that's kind of what I was getting at, Shirley Z, but thank you for the comment. I really appreciate it. Harry Nuts, who's in chat, says, we went on a field trip in grammar school to McDonald's. That was 1972 or so. You're dating yourself there, Harry. I'll never forget, there was a manual press to make French fries out of potatoes. It was a great trip. Yeah, see, I mean, things like that, you know, it doesn't happen like that anymore. I mean, McDonald's gets all their fries like pre-cut and, you know, all that. All right, on the return to the hot tub, King Solomon says, King Longhair and Bernie, thank you very much. I'm no king though, King Solomon. I just do what I do. On the getting Jason some help video I did on the 28th of June, Michelle said, Mr. Bean and G-Dub, I hope the doctors get a handle on your sepsis quickly. Yeah, give us an update on that, George. How you doing, man? Are you doing better? I mean, obviously you should be doing a little bit better, right? 357 in chat says, thermos is the best invention ever. Keeps cold stuff cold and hot things hot. How does it know? I know, right? 357. How does it know? It's like weird. It's like AI before AI was AI, you know? The same video, Michelle says, Regan has one of the biggest hearts I've ever seen. She fights for the homeless like crazy. MLH, you are incredible too. I would be y'all's assistants if I lived on that coast. Blessed be to both of you. Come on over, Michelle. You could be my assistant any day. I could use all the help I can get, and I'm sure Regan would enjoy your help too. Gimmickless says, Return of the Hot Tub Jedi. LOL. Yep, Hot Tub is back, y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed that. That's for the adults in the room. If you have kids, Hot Tub is definitely not for the kiddos. All right, now here's a comment I want to address. This isn't a hate comment, but it's a good observation. On that hot tub, I did get out and do a cop watch because it seemed to me that there was something major going on. And Kelly, I think it's a she, says, I don't understand why you're putting yourself in danger for the part where you go out to that shooting. All I did was call dispatch and ask. One person was shot, and they are alive. It's about how you ask, in my opinion. Look, Kelly, the reason that I do what I do is because a lot of the times the police are not transparent with things. I'm surprised they gave you that information. They usually don't give you. I mean, you can see the way that the cop acted on that cop watch. They didn't he didn't want to give me any information, even though I knew he knew. But I'm a journalist. That's another thing that I do. I get out there and I try to get the stories from my observations, because I get very little info from the police. So there has to be somebody on the ground that's getting these stories for you, because otherwise I don't like the Washington Post, but they have a good saying: democracy dies in darkness. So the more light, even if it's just a pinhole light in the vastness of the United States and the vastness of Aurora and Denver, Colorado, I want to shine a light on the truth, and I will always do that. It's always in my nature to seek out the truth. So, you know, just something to keep in mind. Gimmickless, nice to have you in chat there. Speaking of gimmickless, I did post that I'm 90 subs away. I'm still 90 subs away. It's going to take a Herculean effort. Every time I get up a few subs, YouTube takes away a few, and it's because of their algorithm. Like, if you guys have sock accounts and are subscribing, they'll eventually get knocked off. So the best thing to do is just tell your friends. If you have friends and you happen to think of my channel, let them know. Or if you're a mod in another chat, and let everybody know in there to come and sub. They won't be disappointed. I always say I want not only to earn your subscription, I want to keep it. And I do different things. I'm unlike any other auditor out there. I do so many different things on my channel that you can never classify me as any one thing. And maybe that's the problem. Maybe if I just focused on one thing, but it's not in my nature to focus on one thing. I like to do several different things. It keeps the channel fresh in my eyes. It keeps me more connected to you all. And you all get it, right? You're in my chats right now, and I value each and every one of you guys. So, I don't know. I just have a better connection up to and including this comment show where I can just talk to you guys directly. Patricia, welcome in. Patricia D. Kelly, welcome on in. Really appreciate you coming on in here. Gimmickless says, I want to see an interpretive dance in celebration. I tell you what, Gimmickless, if I reach 3K, I will do that interpretive dance. I already did an interpretive dance for Bernie, right?
Yes.
All right. King Solomon says, yep, 100. So, yes, I'm literally, as it stands right now, I am literally 90 subs away from 3,000. And I will be doing a special live stream when I hit that milestone for you guys. I might do a walk or something. I don't know. We'll have to think about that. Agent X says, I've shared your channel on my community. I hope that's okay. It is more than okay, Agent X. I really appreciate it. Somebody put Agent X's link in there. She's got a great channel. So, yeah, feel free. Feel free to say far and wide that you enjoyed the channel, or to come on over and check it out. At the very least, check it out. I don't want to force anybody to do anything, but just check out my channel. And if you like it, hit that sub button, comment, hit the likes, all that stuff. Pepper, one day ago, says the return of the of HTTM on the 13th of the month and the same date as the supermoon. There has to be some meaning behind it. My investigation has turned up nothing so far. The quest for an answer continues. You might want to speak to the mustachioed, Pepper. He might be more interested in helping you out there. Russell says, I checked and I wasn't notified about the live stream. That's another weird thing about this. There's no there's no rhyme or reason to how YouTube deals with notifications. Some people get them, some people don't. I really don't understand how that works, to be honest with you. Yeah, try to get someone in real life to subscribe and join us. I call you guys the MLH monsters for a reason, not because you guys are monsters, but because you guys are monstrous when it comes to the veracity, right? The tenacity of you all, and it's so appropriate. Like, you guys are always there when I'm on a cop watch or whatever I'm doing. You guys are very dogged about being in there and having your voice heard, and being behind me, being my co-pilot sometimes when I'm by myself, etc., etc. Diesel, we won't quite give congratulations just yet. Let's see. Jonathan, you make a great point. We've all seen the way they document it and tell us the way it happens are two totally different things. That's exactly another reason. You need another side of the coin, right? Yeah, we're almost there, Diesel. We're going to get there, and then we're going to be on to 5,000, hopefully 10,000, maybe 20,000, maybe 100,000. And I'm never going to forget the roots, right? I know that's cliche to say, and a lot of people say that, but I truly know where I started. And my goal, I said this several times, my goal was, for sure, my goal was 50. That's what I wanted. And, I will never forget that, ever. Okay, let's go to the held for review comments. Roro James, this was blocked for bad words. I'm going to see what he said here. All restaurants, department stores, and fill-in stations are straight out of the Jetsons. If you haven't seen Demolition Man, Wesley Snipes and Sylvester Stallone, watch it. I have seen that movie. It's pretty good. We will be there in maybe 10 years. The only place we will have to shop is Amazon. Vegan-only diet, no coffee, liquor, or weed. See, now I grow my own weed, so I'm always going to have weed. That's not a problem for me. Tickets for saying F in public or home, arrested for having sex, no toilet paper, people will be sitting around pregnant and knitting, not permitted to talk unless you have the holy speaking staff, no evil internet, kids won't know which one is mom or dad, no guns, no ma'am or no sir, only allowed to greet people with how do you do or not do, human or not human, may I offer service to assist your needs or wants today or tomorrow, whatever, does not offend you. Perhaps you could just wake me at 2 a.m. To open my store to sell you a spork so you don't sue. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to approve that comment even though it does have the F word. I would ask that if you guys do comment, like you can use cuss words just like you can do in the chat. Just make sure and put symbols in there. Just because if you get too many of those, like YouTube, kind of looks not kindly on that. Let's see if I have any. I don't have any other held for review comments. That's awesome. All right, let's look at the mentions real quick. Let's see here. What do we got? Tiffany's Epiphany mentioned me. Make sure you check out Tiffany Epiphany's channel. She's got a good channel with What's Truth. Both of those people are there. I did win a shirt yesterday. I couldn't believe it. She spun a wheel, and I won a shirt, so I had to give her my info. Thank you, Tiffany. I really appreciate that. And I did email you my address to send the shirt, so thank you very much. Caucasian Sasquatch mentioned me. Thank you very much, Sasquatch. I always appreciate the love. Horizon City News mentioned me on News Now Ninja video. Thank you very much. Steve Lido video. Horizon City News always mentions me, so I really appreciate that. And then finally, Harry Nuts mentioned me. I did do a really cool drone footage video. You guys should check out that video. It didn't get as much love as the first one, and it's by far the better video. So the one I did on 7/4/22, the actual 4th of July one, check that out. It's really cool. Very rarely will you get that close to fireworks. And someone asked me if I was afraid of my drone getting hit by a firework. Not really. I mean, So there you go. And that's about it for the comments. I don't think I have anything more. This week might be interesting. I didn't have a lot of free time last week to do a lot of cop watching, but I think I might, after I take Bernie, I might do some cop watching tonight. I'll see if I can hook up with K-Dot. I'll see what he's doing. He might be a little busy with some DJ gigs or whatever, but I will try to get out there for you guys a little more this week so you have a little more content to chew on. Last week wasn't the biggest of weeks for actual content, but cop watches, etc. But and word on the street is the Mustachio's gonna be back this week as well. So look out for that. What else? So there's stuff upcoming. I'm gonna be working on a special project that I don't want to mention. Coming up in September. I know that's a little ways away. About a month and a half away. But I do want to mention I will be in Las Vegas, and there will be a guest there in Vegas. I don't want to spoil right now, but I want to get you. I'm teasing you guys right now. So there'll be special guest in Vegas, and you guys will see. It's going to be a ton of fun. I'm going to take you guys along as much as I can. It is a vacation though, so I do want to spend most of the time vacationing. But I will be producing some content when I'm out there, and I got a special guest out there that's going to be producing content as well. So you guys have that to look forward to. I want to start in on the documentary, but that's hit or miss. There's a lot that is involved in that. It's not as easy as it seems, type of thing. The logistics and getting people in line to do interviews and stuff like that is not an easy thing. So I am working on it though. So those of you that are wondering about the documentary stuff that I'm working on, I will say that I'm trying my best. So there you go. Don't tease us. Let's see. Don't tease us has not hot tub time. I have to tease you. Later, Sasquatch. Really appreciate that. DA in BW AZ. What's up? Nice to have you in there. So yeah, there's gonna be lots of good, fun stuff coming up. Also, I'm always gonna be doing the comp watching and other things. So hope you guys enjoyed all of that. But I think that's going to do it for today. Let's give you guys a choice. Do you guys want to hear the Miami Vice theme, or do you guys want the Sanford and Son? So one for Miami Vice and one or two for the Sanford and Son. And let me go ahead and get either one of them queued up here. And then we'll end with that. Appreciate you being in here, DA. I'm just about ready to end. So one for Miami Vice and two for the Sanford and Son. So let's see what you guys come up with in chat. What do we got? Two for Sanford and Son? Yeah, recovering from a hangover. I hear you. So Harry wants to hear the Sanford and Son. DA wants to hear the Sanford and Son. Let's get Jonathan. Okay, so it looks like overwhelmingly it's going to be the Sanford and Son. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, guys, have a great week. Stay safe this week. Oh, I do want to mention, if you guys are struggling with your mental health, I mean, that's always important to talk about, right? Make sure you reach out to somebody that you know, love, and trust. In lieu of that, my email is mexicanlonghair@gmail.com. I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, or a counselor, but I do listen, and sometimes that's all it takes. But if I'm taking too long to get back with you and you can't wait, you're having a crisis, just remember, somebody out there thinks you're their favorite. There is a 1-800 suicide prevention hotline number. That number is 1-800-273-8255. Also, you can type in mental health chat in your browser of choice if you don't want to talk to somebody on the phone. Just remember, just do something. Don't let yourself get to that place. I've been there. It's not fun. So anyways, thank you so much. Really appreciate you all, but have a great weekend. Stay safe, and here's your Sanford and Son outro.